Would help if I turn the volume up. So I do find that volume is a big thing when you're trying to be heard. Okay, so that's good. Now, I think we're good here. All right, so we want... I haven't played with this it's literally been years. So it's going to be a minute. It's just going to be a minute. It's literally been years since I turned this thing on. So just bear with me, please. Is this the right one? Oh, that's the right one. Hi. Okay. All right. We're getting there. One step at a time. Basically, what we're doing is I'm going live for real on Friday. But I gotta test stuff and make sure that my hair's awful. Like, just forgive me. The dog is snoring in the background. He may come in and say, "Who knows? The bed's not made." Look at that. The bed's not made. I didn't even make the bed. It's fine. But we're gonna play some World of Warcraft, and I want to talk about Tim Pool because wow, and I'm playing WoW, and wow, Tim Pool. Yeah, Tim Pool, huh? And Benny, what's his name? And Lawrence Southern. Yeah, so we got a lot to talk about. It's going to be a moment while I'm getting the video game working. Because I used to do this years ago, so if, you weren't with me years ago, you wouldn't realize that I like to do this while I play video games. World of Warcraft? There we go. Oh, that's wrong. There we go. Hi. Hello. Good evening. I am ProLib, also known as, well, I used to be known as Ethan. But we're going to talk about more that on Friday. You can still call me Ethan for now. But that's changing. Oh, Insidious... It's literally the reason that we're here. Literally, we're going to get to it. We're going to just hold on. I have a whole thing. I have a whole thing. Just hold on. I still haven't shared the stream out on Twitter. Twitter shared me broadcasting on Twitter instead of broadcasting on YouTube. So if you get the YouTube link, and I put it on Twitter real quick. So just give me a damn second. Okay? Everyone's... share. Copy. Let's see. Okay. Live here, or join us on YouTube for game and chat session about Russian interference in the U.S. elections and Tim Walz voting. That's the two things that we're going to talk about. All right, spell vomit. There we go. Yeah. So the other thing is I gotta make sure that the... Okay, that is fixed. Hi, Lady Starfire. Now the audio shouldn't be doubled. I'm still a little loud, so let me turn that down. And then, yeah, the echo should be fixed now. This is why I was doing this stream, because I want to be ready for Friday. That's why we're doing it. The other thing I don't see is I don't see audio for the game. Looper, Ko-Fi, sound alerts. Interesting. Global settings. Desktop audio is disabled. Why would I ever do that? Okay, this might be loud for a second. There's game music. I'm going to turn it down. This might be loud in just a second. Just give me a second. That's why I'm doing this, because everything's got to be fixed. There we go. I want you to hear some game sound, but I don't want to be too loud. Oh, Insidious, we're gonna talk. You're getting ahead of me. Just bear with me. Let's take a breath. Hold on, everybody. Put your beanie on. Just imagine yourself. You're in the Kremlin. Putin himself stands above you, naked, except for a leather Speedo. It's what he's into. Do not stop kink shaming him now. You stop kink shaming Vladimir Putin. If he wants to wear a leather Speedo with the nipple rings, that is his choice. And you respect that. Okay. We're in the Kremlin. Vladimir Putin stands above us, nipple rings, leather Speedo. He's in 6-inch heels. He's feeling fancy. Sorry. I'm so emotional right now. And Putin says to you, Tim, I know you wanted $100,000 a month. But in order to get that, I need you to put this in your mouth. And you say, oh, Daddy Vlad. I'd say don't get it in my hair, but I'm bald. That's why I wear the beanie. Okay. All right. We're good now. We're good now. We're good now. Are we still echoing? If we're still echoing, I need to know. If not, I will fix it. I was going to do the ultra low latency, which I may still do later, but I can do that tonight because there's only so many things. Daddy, do you like that? Daddy Vladdy? Yeah. The echo should be gone now. If it's not, I need to know. But I think we're all right. I think we're okay. Okay, sound is perfect. All right. Okay, so, yeah. All right, so it's going to be story time with Ethan while we play our survival hunter. Did I start this channel in 2018 or 2019? Does anybody know? Does anybody remember? Insidious, we're heading there right now. We are getting on the off ramp. Do you guys remember what year I started it? It was 2018 or 2019. It's 2019. Okay. I started the channel in I want to say it was March. Off the top of my head, I think it was March 2019 I started the channel. And if you guys remember, there's a famous video of me being on a certain program with a certain man who likes to sit shoeless in lawn chairs in California. And I want to say it was that same month. It was 2019. Thank you, Finn. And I didn't really know what was going on. I mean, I knew some of these names because I'd been in Google Hangouts, like talking to flat earthers for years, but you know, this is before I really understood what like the GDC was and everything. So I had like this it was like a really positive evening for me, right? I was like, where am I going? Am I going the right? Is this where I'm supposed to go? Okay. I think this is... Okay. All right. Sorry, I was a little confused there for a second. So I had a positive experience. Just good times. It's good to see you, Lady Starfire. It's really good to see you, actually. So anyway, so it's in this, and there may be people watching who have no idea that we're talking about a guy named Steve McRae, and it's the only time I'm going to say his name, because he's not a part of the story, but that was the first, like, thing I did. Lobsters. It was the first thing I did where I got into the community that most of us most of my followers were also in. It was like the first time that I was out publicly in the community, and you know, it was a positive experience, and the channel grew from there. All right. Well, I had a conversation with an old friend of mine, like somebody that's not connected to YouTube, nothing to do with YouTube at all, just a friend of mine. About the experience. It's like, yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna do YouTube. Like, I'm really enjoying talking about politics on YouTube, and we're gonna go more into this on Friday about why I didn't use my real name and stuff. But that's for Friday. It's not, again, not part of this conversation. So, so I said to this friend, yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. And he said, well, you know. I know, Finn. I said his name. I'm so sorry. It's real. It's real, Colin. It's real. It's good to see you. And I said to this friend, you know, I think I'm going to do politics on YouTube. And this friend said to me, you know what you need to do? Instead of doing like left-wing politics, because he knew, I mean, I almost revealed something really personal about myself. Anyway, let's just say I worked at a job that basically only Democrats worked. I worked at a charity. But he was like, you know, what you should do is you should do right-wing politics because you can make a lot of money. That was what he said. He said, you should do right-wing politics because you can make a lot of money. And I was like, well, I'm not. The reason that I started the YouTube channel, I've talked about this before, but it's been years, so we can go back into this. The reason I started the YouTube channel, and the reason that I used the name Progressive Liberal, is because I started to see progressive being used as like an insult. And hey, how's it going? Good to see you. I started to see progressive used as not even really like a denigration. Like, people were embarrassed in 2018, 2019 to identify as liberal. And I'm like freaking out. Guys, I studied politics. One of my two majors in college was political science. Like, liberalism created our modern world. The reason that we're not all working in like coal mines right now at 9:24 p.m. in the evening on a Wednesday is because of liberalism, because unions created like 8-hour working days and weekends and fucking Labor Day, for God's sakes. It has been used as a slur. Thank you, Shadow. And one of the reasons that I wanted to be upfront about my channel name is Progressive Liberal. My name on Twitter is ProLib, short for Progressive Liberal, because I wanted to reclaim it. I mean, not really reclaim it. I mean, who the fuck am I anyway? But, you know, I wanted to be out there and be like, no, Progressive Liberal it's not a dirty word. And we can talk about these left-wing frickin' lunatics, these Hamas, Hezbollah supporters, that those people are not progressive. Totally different conversation. We're going to do a whole stream on that shit. Like, a whole stream on that. Like, we're probably going to do like 10 streams on that shit. Anyway, totally different conversation, but that was why I wanted to name the channel Progressive Liberal. And why I wanted to be outwardly like, bitch, I'm a progressive liberal. Universal health care. Okay? All day, every day. Unions. All day, every day. Like, this is progressive. A progressive tax code. I'm the guy that's like, listen, if you got $1 billion, you won. You don't need the rest. You don't need the other $200 billion that you also got. You don't need it. We need it. The rest of us need it. We need it for housing. We need it for our roads. We need it for our bridges. We need it for our kids' schools. We need it. Great. You're a billionaire now. Congratulations. Why are you hoarding all of this money that the rest of us need? And these are progressive ideas. That literally, progressive comes from progressive versus regressive, which are two different types of taxing systems. A regressive system is heavier on the lower classes. A progressive system is heavier on the upper classes. The more money you make, the more in taxes you pay. That is a progressive tax system. That is where the idea of progressivism comes from. Because if you're getting all of the money from the rich people, you can do all of these other things that are socialistic in structure, but not always socialistic in nature. The police would be something that's socialistic in structure and not socialistic in practice. But and I don't want to get too, political sciencey on you, but that is the core of progressive. That is somebody that calls themselves progressive wants rich people to pay their fair share. That is the like epitome of progressive thinking, right? And all of the rest of progressivism falls from that thinking. And that's why, hey, yeah, rich people, we're going to take more of your money because we want universal health care with it. It's a progressive idea. People are like, how do we pay for this? How are we going to pay for this? How are we going to pay for this? We tax rich people more. It's how we pay for things. It's how we should be paying for things, and we don't tax rich people enough. Oh yeah, and come to the stream on Friday. Stream on Fridays. It's why we're doing all this now. But that was why I created Progressive Liberal. That was why I wanted that name. And so the point is, so I said to my friend, listen, like the whole idea of this channel, what am I doing? Am I supposed to kill all these things? I think I'm just supposed to. Oh God, they're all elites. Are we? What am I doing? Okay. I think these characters... Is this like a party? Is this like an AI party? Okay, this is like an AI party. I'm a hunter. Like, I'm not attacking first. Hopefully there's a... Oh, okay. I was on, like, me leading the party. Okay. Alright, so they'll start fighting for me now. Okay, cool. Anyway, point is... I said to this friend, money's not why I'm doing this. I'm not doing it. I mean, if I make money at it, that's cool. And I made a little bit of money. There were months where I made almost $1,000, between the YouTube channel and the Patreon and Twitch. But it was never something that was like this Tim Pool, $100,000 a month. $100,000 a month in Russian fucking money. Guys, $100,000 a month. I'm sorry, not a month. No, not a month. No. Again, playing video games. An episode. Tim Pool wanted $100,000. What is that ore? An episode of his Daddy Vladdy show. Daddy Vladdy Live with Beanie Head himself. $100,000 an episode? $100,000 an episode. I think the biggest super chat, and I'm very grateful for any dime any of you ever gave to me or super chatted to me. This is in no way meant to denigrate. If you ever gave me money for the content that I created, I am super grateful to you, and I love you with all of my heart. It's not why I did it, but I was always super grateful. But I think the biggest super chat I ever got was like $100. $100. And to think that this motherfucker and his fucking asshole fuck friends were getting millions of dollars, $10 million in total, from Russia to spread propaganda that demonized people like me for wanting shit like universal health care. You can fuck all the way the fuck off, you little beanie wearing motherfucker. I mean, I got so mad today. I got so mad today. I mean, what a fucking embarrassment you are, Tim Pool. What a fuck. You should be so fucking ashamed of yourself. You little dicked prick motherfucker. Fuck you. How fucking dare you? The people that fought and bled. My grandfather fucking bled in Korea. He had a purple fucking heart. You motherfucker. He had a purple fucking heart in Korea. And you want to go take Russian fucking blood money? You son of a bitch. Oh my God, I got mad today. I got mad today, guys. I got a little mad today. Still a little mad. I don't know if you could tell. Still a little mad. Still slightly angry. The other reason that I brought up what I brought up is what this proves is the reason that words like liberal were being demonized by motherfuckers like Tim Pool is Russia. Every time you see liberalism being treated like shit by these motherfuckers, that's because it's coming straight from Daddy Vladdy in his leather fucking Speedo. That's where it's coming from. Because getting rid of liberalism would not be good for anyone in this country except for, like, the top 0.0001%. It'd be bad for everyone else.
I will deactivate Goran myself for this sacrilege.
And they've convinced a large swath of this country that we're all their enemies because we want universal health care and we want rich people to pay their fair share in taxes. For $100,000 an episode. Yeah, I got mad today. Hi, spooky bed hair. You know, it's a fuck off motherfuckers kind of fucking day. You know, it's just one of those, it's just one of those days. It's just one of those days, man. Just one of those days. Maya, my love, my friend. We're angry about Tim Pool. Justifiably angry about Tim Pool. That's the genesis of this, and I couldn't do it anymore. And there's gonna be more on Friday. There's gonna be some more on Friday that we gotta talk about. But am I supposed to go down? Is there something I'm supposed to click on? I don't know. What am I doing? Do I jump down there? I'm just gonna jump down there. All right. I think oh. All right. Temporary channeling to... Okay. Well, what am I doing? What? Hold on. Temporarily channeling the power of the storm to crash down, energize friendly storm root to break free of their void bonds. Isn't that what I was doing? Isn't that... Is this not doing that? Because, like, I'm clicking on it, it's not doing anything. Anyway. It's always a fuck motherfuckers kind of day, isn't it, though? You know, Maya, I don't think that Tim Pool is like... I mean, honest, I don't know that I ever talked about him on the channel ever, because he just wasn't... He's not really worth the time, but the fact that he is trying to... First of all, he called it a leaked indictment. Motherfucker, it's an indictment. They don't... It's not a leaked indictment when the DOJ is like, hey guys, here's an indictment and like here's all the text in it. That's not, you know, it's not, that's not leaked. You may have leaked in your little beanie. But that's not a leaked. It's not a leaked indictment. That's just an indictment. And you know, hey, didn't have maybe your name on it, I guess, specifically, but you know, you should be ashamed of yourself, is what you should be. Am I supposed to jump? Maybe I'm supposed to just keep jumping down. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. I might die here. Let's find out. Oh no, I've got like a little swirly do. That's. Am I supposed to be in, like, getting in these void bubbles? Let's see if I'm supposed to... Nope. Nope, that hurt. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm just going to float on down. All right. and the rest of the party joined me. So I think this is what we were supposed to do. I guess we're gonna go over and kill these guys. Cool. Let's kill them. Yeah. So, that's what inspired me. And I said, you know, there's a couple of things that are going on. Besides this Tim Pool thing is more like, because it's not just Tim Pool, it's also Benny Johnson, it's also Laura Southern, and
Dark influence.
I want to say Dave Rubin. I don't remember who else was implicated in this Tenet thing. You know, if this was a proper pro-lib show, you know, I'd have receipts and everything, but we're just hanging out tonight because I had to. Basically, we're going to do a real stream on Friday, and I had to make sure that all the buttons were working and all the sound was right. The sound wasn't right when we first came in. There was horrible echo because, again, I haven't turned this shit on in 2 years, whatever it is. So we had to fix it. 1K. Didn't I always have 1K? I don't know. I have no idea. Probably a very long time ago. What was I gonna... Oh, yes. Oh, right. Here's the other connection to it. So, yeah, we've got this Tim Pool shit, and Benny Johnson and everything. The Tenet shit. We should call it Tenet shit. Tim Pool... I should put this up on the screen. I'm blowing stuff up. I got something I want to put up on the screen in a minute. But, you know, the let's call them impotent attacks against Tim Walz and the MVP, Kamala Harris. You know, the attack today is his brother said that he got car sick. My dog gets car sick. I remember being like 4 or 5 years old, and I was sitting in the back of the car drinking some orange juice and threw the orange juice back up into the cup that I was drinking because I got car sick. If you want to talk about siblings' bodily fluids, let's see, I had a sibling once get some blood on me, unfortunately. There was a small bike, or was it a skateboard accident? Anyway, and I have 4 of them, so there's a couple here. I remember other things as well. I don't want to shame my siblings too much, but, you know, some vomit. I don't know that any of my siblings got vomit on me. But possibly they did, and I've forgotten it. But the reason that you're seeing these impotent attacks against Tim Walz and MVP Harris that aren't in any way, shape, or form following through or have any teeth is because the way in which these attacks come out of the right wing. So let's say that Tim Pool needs his talking point for the day, right? It doesn't usually come out of Tim Pool's head. It usually comes out of some deep, dark, dank, disgusting, deplorable, distant part of the backwaters of a place like 4chan or Telegram, from some Russian bot farm who just says the craziest fucking shit that they can fucking think of. Like, I said on Twitter the other day, you know, Donald Trump would suddenly come out and be like, Harris is an interdimensional space creature from Blorgox 9. And Tim Pool would be like, guys, have you heard this rumor? Oh my God, there's this rumor that I heard that Kamala Harris is an interdimensional space creature from Blorgox 9. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying it's this rumor that people are talking about on the internet. And Donald Trump, he reposted it on Truth Social that Harris is an interdimensional space creature from Blorgox 9. I'm not saying that verifies it. I'm not saying it's true, but that's an interesting rumor, guys. And Dave Rubin be like, oh man, that is such an interesting rumor. You know, I've heard so many interdimensional space creatures from Blorgox 9 have infiltrated the CIA and the DOJ, and they're the ones that are putting out these lies about President Trump's golf game. And you're just like, what are these fucking people talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yes, thank you, Shadow. That was going to be my next thing. And then Tim Pool will just get on Twitter and be like, Civil War. And you'll be like, what, Civil War about what? Well, I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's, I wish I had a beanie. Do I have anything that I can use as a beanie? Hold on. Okay. I have a dress shirt sitting over here that I have to iron. So, it's fine. So, I'm just going to put my beanie on. Hold on. Excuse me. I'm not saying that Kamala Harris is an interdimensional space creature from Blorgox 9. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's a rumor that is coming out in some places. Some people were talking about it on Twitter, and then President Trump retruthed it, okay? And then Dave Rubin will be like, well, I mean, if we have interdimensional space creatures from Blorgox 9, we need to find out about that. And then Jim Jordan will be like, well, I'm going to write a subpoena. I'm going to write a subpoena right now with my very large hands and my very tall body, and I'm going to write a subpoena about interdimensional space creatures, and what does the DOJ and the FBI and the CIA and the NSA and the Army and the Air Force and the Space Force and the Navy and the Marines and the Coast Guard know about interdimensional space creatures from Blorgox 9? And it's a subpoena, and this is going to be, we're going to start, and then Mike Johnson will be like, we're going to start an oversight of interdimensional space creatures from Blorgox 9 committee that's going to investigate interdimensional space creatures, not just from Blorgox 9, but from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then Marjorie Taylor Greene will be like, there's space Jew dimensional creatures that they're from the... Hi, Franklin. Hi, I'm doing a skit. Can you hold on? Thanks. There's interdimensional space creatures with lasers, and they've shot them. There's interdimensional space lasers at the voting booths, and they've changed all the votes, and that's why the liberals want books in school about sex. And you're like, what is going on? And it was just something that came out of somebody's butthole on 4chan that made no sense, and yet all of these guys are amplifying it because Russia was paying them $10 million. And that's why everything is crazy. Anyway, that's all I wanted to come and say. That was it. That's all I wanted to come and say. Play some video games. That's it. What are you up to? What are you doing? I know. Was that loud? I'm sorry. I got a little mad today. Play some WoW. So what are you guys up to? You been doing anything? How's your mom? Uh-oh. Oh, I survived. Oh, it's water. Whew. Okay. Okay, I thought I was gonna die there. All right, cool. Because the last time I jumped down I had a little swirly.
What did Gorin bring here?
It doesn't it, Maya? It does seem, yeah. Yeah. It does seem that. And when you look around and you're like, why is everything crazy? This is why everything is fucking crazy. Because what Russia wants is to turn all of us fucking crazy. And they paid Tenet $10 million to make everyone crazy. And it worked. And that's why everyone is crazy. So, I'm glad we had this talk. Yes, Maya, and yes. And we're going to talk more on Friday. I had to get on it. I had to do a stream tonight to make sure that Friday night goes well. That's all this really was, and then we're going to play WoW and just talk. That's it. So. Oh yeah, Space Engineers is fun. I bought that back in like early access in like 2016, maybe something like that. And I've heard it's like they've done a bunch of stuff to it and made it cool. I actually just finished Star Wars Outlaws. So another update. I can't get into Ethan Plays Live Twitch account because it's tied to my old phone number, and I changed my phone number when I moved to North Carolina, and so I don't have. Well, I didn't change it right when I moved to North Carolina. I changed it a little bit afterwards, but I don't have that phone number anymore. So I'm trying to get back into it, but I might have to start a new Twitch channel, which sucks. I mean, I think that channel only had like 100 followers or something. It wasn't. I just don't, I just don't want to start over if I don't have to. So. No updates there. I've reached out to Twitch support. We'll see what happens. I may have to start a new account. Is what it is. Wow, this is like a boss, huh? This is like a boss. All right. Okay. Well, turn all the things on and hit all the buttons. Yeah, I think it was 2016 when I got Space Engineers. I think so. It was either 2015 or 2016. It was one of those 2 years. Because I remember I was going to play it with a friend of mine. And we never ended up doing it. But it would have been in either 2015 or 2016, which is when I knew them. So. Okay, it's ready to turn in. Do I turn in
Let
here?
us return to the council.
Okay, he has to return to the council, so that's what
Must
we're doing.
report to them.
I did, Shadow. I sent them an email. They wanted me to go to Authy and, use the Authy, like, fix your phone number form, which I tried to do, but then Authy said that phone number doesn't have an account attached to it. And I was like, okay, well... And again, it's not that big of a deal. I can start a new Twitch channel again. I mean, that's, it's totally fine. Is what it is. So. Oh, we worked so hard for that first 50. Oh, that's true, Maya. The trolls know that name, so maybe I shouldn't use it. Maybe I should start a new Twitch. I have a Twitch for my business, actually, which we could technically use. I've never done anything with it. It exists. I created it last week. Because I was going to do some stuff for my business, and I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. And now I'm like, well, I guess I could just use that. So we might use that one. I don't know yet. To be determined. Again, I don't like doing a lot of the gaming streams on YouTube because YouTube kind of punish you in the algorithm and stuff. If you're not a gaming channel. So I'd rather do the gaming over on Twitch, but we'll see. For this, it's fine because we're just hanging out, talking. Yeah, I was thinking about doing, for those of you who don't know, I'm a licensed insurance agent. And I specifically help people with retirement accounts. So, tax-free retirement accounts. That's what I do for a living. And so what I was thinking is maybe doing like some like talk show kind of things about insurance and stuff. And I was like, who's going to watch that? What am I thinking? Like, who's going to watch that? Who would watch me just sit there and... I was thinking about like interviewing people that I work with and stuff, but I think that works better as a podcast than like a live thing on Twitch. So... I don't know. Yeah, we could, Lady Starfire. Again, let's wait till we hear back from Twitch. Let's wait on Twitch. Let's see what they say, and we'll go from there. Yeah. I can. I checked it today. I think it said in 2 months I can change it. But if we have to create a new one, we're just gonna create a new one. I'm not gonna. Yeah, agreed, Lady Starfire. I was thinking, like, you know, I'm not going to talk too much about business tonight, but in general, people don't like talking about insurance, specifically life insurance, anything life insurance, even something that's like, you know, like tax-free retirement account is life insurance plus it's an investment account, right? So you can like create retirement income. We're not going into sales right now, but people don't like talking about that because it deals with like their death and retirement and just stuff people don't like talking about. So it's like, oh, what if I like interviewed people and we talked about it? But I don't think it's compelling enough content for Twitch. I mean, you can do podcasts. There's plenty of podcasts about it that are successful. I've been doing a podcast with one of my colleagues. We've only done like 4 or 5 episodes. But, yeah, I was going to say it was a drunken, you know, a drunken intention or whatever. I don't drink alcohol, but it was that kind of thing. I don't have a Series 6 or 7. I just have a life insurance license, but I will have a Series 65 in probably October. These literally next to me here on my desk. Let's see. These are my flashcards for my Series 65 exam. I'm literally studying. And then I will be a financial advisor. I am not a financial advisor now. I'm only an insurance agent. But I do have a certification in annuities. So in the states that I'm licensed in, I can also sell certain types of annuities, which again, I'm not getting too deep into business here. This is not what we're talking about. But like, for instance, when you retire and you've got all your money in a 401k, well, you want to take that money and turn it into retirement income. So you annuitize it. You put it into an annuity that gives you income on a monthly, quarterly, annually basis, whatever. That's one of the things that I do. I help people when they're ready to retire, annuitize their retirement accounts. So thank you. It's fun. Once I am a financial advisor, we're getting into some of the stuff I'm going to talk about on Friday. For those who don't know, my name's not Ethan. That is not my real name. We're going to talk more on Friday. But I will be, I'm gonna be me, my real self, and we'll talk about on Friday why I wasn't too, and we're gonna talk about it. Yeah, Maya, there's so many different things. Like when you hear, oh, you have a life insurance license, yeah, but there's like so many different things you can do with a life insurance license. You can get a life insurance license and do nothing but like work claims. And like never sell anything ever. You know, for me, I just work independently. I can do everything from, you know, final expense plans to term insurance to, you know, more advanced retirement stuff. You know, the retirement stuff is kind of what I just ended up concentrating on. I've sold all of it. I just ended up getting more into the retirement space out of luck, I guess. I don't know. It's just where I ended up. Spoilers. My name is Dominic. Most people call me Dom. So there you go. You don't have to wonder at all. That's my name. Hi. But again, on Friday we'll talk more about that. And I'm not. This channel will never be about my business. Ever in a million billion years, you're never gonna hear about my business except like in passing. But I'm never gonna like come on here and try to sell you guys a policy. Ever. It's not the purpose of this channel. This channel is always about politics and gaming and having fun, and it's what it's always going to be. Maya, we brought the drama. Okay, that we just did 40 minutes on drama. We just did 40 drama minutes. Yeah, Insidious never... you know, I shouldn't say never. Unless you're in super, super trouble, don't ever get rid of that annuity. Don't ever sell it to anybody. You're not going to get out of it what you're getting out of it. I mean, unless you get into some sort of super trouble thing, you should never sell that annuity. So, my opinion, your life is yours to live, but I wouldn't, you know, are those people that like, should I sell my life insurance plan? No, probably not. Probably not. There are situations where you should do some things, but again, we're not going to talk about this. This channel's not about business. You guys want me to put the shirt back on my head and pretend to be Tim Pool some more? Will that get... Hi, Franklin. Hello. Will that get you more excited if I scream some more into the microphone about what a shithead that little beanie-wearing motherfucker is?
So am I. Excellent. Then we are alive.
I'm sorry, Spooky. Listen. Listen, Spooky, you and I will talk. Spooky. A lot of you don't know this. Spooky and I go way back.
It is my oath-sworn duty to protect the Corway.
Spooky, Franklin keeps licking my arm. Actually, every time you see me doing stuff over here with my arms, because he's licking my elbow. He's trying to get me to pet him. Spooky and I, have you ever seen the movie Star Wars? We wrote that. That is true. We wrote it in the original Sanskrit, and it was then converted into Greek, and then weirdly Spanish, which and then that's when Lawrence Kasdan did the final edit, handed it over to George Lucas. And there you go. You had Star Wars. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. What are we doing? To the meadery. Okay. Let's go to the meadery. That sounds fun. I like meaderies. I don't drink, but I still like meaderies. Where can we send a not Ethan beanie? Where can you send a not? The Kremlin. That'd be funny. We should just send the Kremlin a bunch of beanies. Can we do that? Can we create like an online viral thing where we just send beanies to the Kremlin, where we all fund some sort of I don't know, Indiegogo or something, or we just mail them beanies? That'd be a lot of fun. We should do that. We should start a... I don't know, what would that... Would it be an Indiegogo? What would that be? It would be
Sure this will work, Bailgrim?
not really a GoFundMe, I don't think. But yeah, we should do that. A beanie mailing campaign.
Then let's get started.
You donate $5 and we mail a beanie to the Kremlin in your name. Okay, Maya, you can call me not Ethan. That's totally fine. You can call me not Ethan. Ethan, actually, the reason that I picked the name Ethan, the very first tabletop RPG I played, it was not Dungeons and Dragons, it was a tabletop RPG. Fuses connected to kegs. What am I doing with fuses? What? I was just so not paying attention. Do I climb up here? Oh, and then I do this. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. The very first tabletop RPG character I ever had was in a game called Macross. And the game was about Gundam pilots, like, you know, the big, giant Japanese Gundam battlesuit things. And Ethan was my character because I loved the first Mission Impossible movie. And he was, I modeled him just like Ethan Hunt in that first Mission Impossible movie. And that's why I chose Ethan as the name for Prolib. So, good to have you back. I remember Batsy's name too. Oh, Lord. Lord. And for very quick update, Batsy is in Jersey. We don't talk very often, but she's up in Jersey. Last I knew, she was going up there for the whole summer. It's September. They're probably back by now. I should probably like text her or something. But they went to Jersey for the summer to visit their family up there. So, and she was talking about moving there permanently. I don't know if she's going to or not, but she's got her own life now. So, if she wants to do that, I fully support her.
Set off the keg and hurry back to the mead yard.
And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Batsy is my ex-wife, who was a very prominent member of the channel, and in fact drew the prolib the little face thing. Nerubian burrow disturbed. Okay, so am I supposed to throw this keg in the thing? All right. Okay, let's throw the keg in the thing. I think we're blowing up bugs. Yeah.
Over here, champion. Let's
Looks like
burn
we're blowing
some
up bugs.
Nerubians to
Oh.
cinders.
It's a channel. Okay.
Return to the meadery. I'll lead them into the trap.
Okay. I have no idea what we're doing here. I'm just kind of... well, she's not a toddler anymore. She's like 8 years old now. But she's good. We text occasionally, which... still super weird to think about, but we have each other's phone numbers, so we can text each other.
The
So.
honey will slow them down, and the mead and pollen will help
B
us
for
tear
Batsy.
through them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The original Mission Impossible TV series, I don't know that I've ever watched that. I mean, like, I know it exists and everything. Oh, am I supposed to be... what am I supposed to be doing? Defenses placed. Place a sticky cinder honey. Okay. Sounds a little dirty, but alright. You got your sticky cinder honey on me. Cinder honey. This is a family stream. Anyway. It has been that long, Maya. It has been that long. She is like an actual person now.
Come, let us get you on a storm rook.
And she's still Franklin's best friend.
We protect the
I finished setting up our defenses, I think. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, what are we doing? Okay, launch a bolt of lightning at the targeted location. Okay.
the swarm and stop them from getting past us.
Storm axe, static pulse, and dismount. Okay. Oh. I don't think I put enough defenses out. I didn't really know what I was doing, so I only put out like some stuff, but I think I should have maybe put out a lot more, because there seems like we only have a couple of traps and we have like a lot of bugs.
Still have 2 fuses left. Keep fighting. Keep drawing them in.
Okay, is he like throwing bombs at them? Is that what he's doing? I haven't paid attention to any of this because you guys have been freaking distracting me. So, you know.
No, they severed all of the fuses.
Stay focused. These
Oh, Starfire. I had no idea. I hope I don't know if you want to be or don't want to be, but I hope that you get whatever it is that you want. Do you want to be a candidate for the surgery?
Outlander.
Ooh. What are we...
Leave this to
Oh,
me.
it's cutscene. Okay.
The fuses. We can't ignite the kegs.
I have bombs. I'll just blow them up.
What? Forget the edicts.
I cannot. That is why it must be me. You must guide the earthen.
Oh, is he going to sacrifice himself? Okay. All right.
One last ride, then you are free.
Oh, wow.
Syrinx.
Okay, well, since you want the surgery, then I hope that you get it as well.
Directive is to protect this isle and the earthen. All the
Ooh, Vic, you had impassable kidney stones. Oh, God.
to the Titan.
That's something I hope Tim Pool gets. I'm just kidding. I hope everyone at Tenet gets that. Twice. My dad had that. They had to break him up with sonic, sonic space lasers. I don't know, some sonic thing. Ooh, you just have a stone in your kidney like all the time?
Did it, but he's...
You just like walk around with a... That sounds incredibly painful, my friend.
The Corway's repairs must continue. It's what Baelgrim would have wanted.
I read that wrong, and I thought Starfire said, I'm glad you have a dick surgeon now. And I was like, wait. I don't think you need a dick surgeon for kidney stones. I mean, not a doctor. Not saying I'm a doctor. Not saying I understand surgery. But I think those are two different spots. But yeah, my dad had to have it broken up with some sort of sonic thing. He explained it to me at the time, but I don't really listen when he talks, so. Hi! How you doing, Kevin? Good to see you too. Good to see you too. We're going to be doing this more. So, just to let you guys know, because you guys are like all my loyal people, I'm looking at doing like gaming Wednesdays and Fridays. What was that? I don't know what I just collected. I just collected something. Cool. Go me. I'm looking at doing gaming Wednesdays and Fridays. Hopefully on Twitch, if I can get the account unlocked. But that's the plan. I actually wrote, I think I threw it away. I actually did write it all down. I've been literally thinking about this for like 2 or 3 days. The Tim Pool thing's really a coincidence.
I see you return alone.
But we're going to do gaming on Wednesdays and Fridays and just kind of like hanging out and like nothing serious. Hopefully on Twitch if we can. I mean, we're going to do it on Twitch. I don't know if we'll be able to get Ethan Plays Live back or not. But we're definitely going to do gaming Wednesday and Fridays. Just hang out, just, 3-4 hours talking, chatting. And then, I don't know what I'm going to do on YouTube yet. The one idea I had was maybe, you remember back in the day when we would do an hour on YouTube and then we'd switch over? But I want to hear from you guys. What would you prefer? Would you prefer, like, we do some time on YouTube and then we switch to Twitch? Because I know not all of you are into Twitch. So I want to be here on YouTube too. We could, I guess, multi-stream. I don't know. We're just... And the other thing is, I don't, we're going to talk about politics. Especially leading up, because we got an election, boys and girls, and my other friends as well.
So he fulfilled his edict.
We got an election. We got a big election.
Not just that.
We got to do our part. I made sure that my voter registration was good today. I hope you did too. Vote.org. We're not going to lose the politics, Maya. That's not happening. It's not happening. It's just, do I want to do gaming? I just feel like gaming is better on Twitch. I hate splitting you guys. I do, because I know not all of you love Twitch, and I have problems with Twitch. I have problems with Twitch. But it's just better for the long-form gaming streams. So, listen, here's my schedule. Sundays out. I love football. Okay? I'm not going to stream on Sundays because I would just be annoyed. Okay? Mondays, also football. And also, I just hate Mondays in general. And, like, I know that, like, me being a snarky, ornery asshole is, like, my whole brand. But that's not the kind of snarky, ornery that's fun. So Mondays out. Tuesdays are a possibility. We could do a Tuesday stream on YouTube and do like ProLib Tuesdays. And I give you, my thoughts on the week type of thing. And then Wednesdays and Fridays are the gaming stream. Now, the other thing is Saturdays. I love the idea of like an all-day stream on Saturdays on Twitch playing games. The other thing is I gotta be uploading some content, right? So back in the day, like basically this whole channel was just live streams. I mean, the content was like 90% live streams. I want to do some like short form content as well. Some like videos. I mean, I did some video, like, there's like some stuff on abortion, which, God, did we drop the fucking ball. I mean, those are like some of my first videos were those abortion videos. You know, that was probably some of the first time some of you ever heard my voice. So, I mean, I did that, but I also need to be doing it regularly, and I don't know what that is yet. I don't know if it's like a weekly recap or if it's just like, I don't know. I don't know, and I gotta think what that is. But we are going to do live streams on YouTube. I don't want to say we're not going to be live on YouTube. We will be live on YouTube doing political stuff. It's just I want to keep the gaming stuff off of YouTube. Because here's the thing. The YouTube algorithm either wants to treat me as a gamer or it wants to treat me as an entertainer. And so, like, if I do a gaming YouTube, I need to have gaming live streams and gaming content. So do you really want to get like a video from me where I'm talking about like how to do your add-ons on WoW? Like, no, I'm not saying I couldn't do it well and that it wouldn't be good for the people that care about it, but the people that want to listen to me about politics don't care about that at all, right? So let's just keep the gaming stuff. Like, we can do a chill stream every week where we play video. Literally what we're doing right now. Like, we can do this once a week. Absolutely. I think that needs to be like one day here and then like Wednesday, Friday, or Wednesday, Saturday, whatever, the long form gaming streams over on Twitch where it's, you know, we're gaming and we're talking politics there. So, oh, Insidious. You know, I haven't spoken to Daddy Vlad about my Tenet schedule just yet. I did say that I'd take a discount from Tim Pool. I will do it for $99,000 an episode instead of the $100,000. I think they're going to take the deal. So, I'll get my beanie and, you know, we'll barf up whatever rotten, fetid bullshit we find at the bottom of 4chan to help Donald Trump win a coup. What's my email? As a progressive liberal at gmail.com. Hold on. You just followed me on Twitter, so I'm going to follow you back, and now you should be able to DM me. So DM me and I'll send you my email. Have you heard about this Trump guy? I've heard a little bit. I never look at the skin. I don't know what you do when you're not talking. Oh, Maya. Oh, I love you. Yeah, and that's the thing. I know a lot of you don't mess around with Twitch, so I'm not going to be like, guys, I'm only on Twitch now, bye. Like, I'm not doing that. But these long form gaming, I mean, when the channel started, what we did was we did the Pro Lib show on YouTube, and then we went and gamed on Mixer. Maya remembers all about that when we would play Paladins on Mixer for hours. Me and Mikey and Batsy for hours and hours and hours, and I'd get mad because I sucked at it. So, but the Pro Lib show was highly structured. That was my point. The Pro Lib show was highly structured. I'd spend a couple of hours finding some interesting political stuff, and then I'd say, hey, Mikey, this happened. What's your thoughts? And he'd give his thoughts, and then we talk about it. And then I go to the next story. Hey, Mikey, then this happened. What's your thoughts? And he'd give his thoughts. We talk about it. And that was the show, and that was the format of the show, and I think it worked well. And we did a bunch of them, and they did all right. But the problem was I didn't think that it was a format that could grow on YouTube. And so I called it off and I said, I don't want to do that as the Pro Lib show anymore. And I don't know, at that point I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then the Steve McRae shit happened. And then we got pulled into the Steve McRae shit. I said his name. Oh my God. I've said his name 3 times, like Beetlejuice. He's going to appear. Shoeless. God, I miss my Mixer. Oh, I miss Mixer. Anyway. So when Mixer went kaput, we just transferred to Twitch, and we were like, "Hey guys, we're creating a Twitch. Can you come support us?" And a bunch of you did, and I'm still to this day so grateful that 50 of you were willing to go over there and click that button for me. I would love you guys so much for that. You turned me into an affiliate in like, it was like 3 days or so. It was something, it was magical. But I think that works better. Hold on. Lady Starfire. Damn it, I gotta DM her back. Where's the thing? Oh, Elon, I hate the way you've changed this. My email is... Which email do I want to give you? I'll just give you the show one. Because I checked this one. Okay. And Lady Starfire, I will DM with you later. But I'm doing a show right now. With a lobster roll, absolutely. Maya, don't... Ooh. So, I mean, I'm completely done with that guy, but... Jesus Christ. So,
Your address.
my point is, we're going to do political stuff here on YouTube. We're going to do political live shows here on YouTube. That is going to continue. It's just that that's what I want the channel to be primarily. And I don't want to put the gaming stuff on the channel because it confuses the algorithm. I want to grow the channel. And in order to do that, we got to be consistent. We got to be consistent with our uploads and our live streams, and they got to be the same topic all the time so that YouTube knows who to show it to. The problem is when you sit down and you're like, here's a political stream, and then here's something about Steve McRae, and then here's a gaming stream, and then here's me interviewing this person. The algorithm doesn't know who to show it to, right? Which is a strategy. You can just build a podcast that way. But I have a full-time job, right? So I don't want to create another full-time job for myself. I do want this to be successful. And so we're going to commit some time to it. And then we're also going to do the gaming over on Twitch because I play video games all the time anyway. I may as well do it on Twitch and hang out with you guys and talk politics. Good night, Miss Starfire. Well, we'll probably go for another hour or so, but, yeah, so I just got to figure out a format. And if you guys have any ideas of like, oh, you know, you should do this on this day or something, feel free. Like, I'm completely open to any of your ideas. This channel has grown a lot over the years because, you guys gave me ideas and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. I'm going to do that. What am I doing? I'm like flying to the bottom of this pit. But this is where I said to go, so this is where I'm going. I have no idea what we're doing. Traverse the coreway to the ringing depths. Okay. Oh, is this where all the bugs are from and we're going to fight them? Is that what's going on? I didn't listen to any of the dialogue. I have literally no idea what's going on. I'm just following the little diamond thing on my screen.
Has the situation under control?
Yeah, Vic, I don't trust notifications. That's the other thing. I don't trust notifications. So, because I know that with my own YouTube watching, like the channels that I like to watch, I don't always... I mean, I usually get the notifications, but I don't... You've got to be sitting there and, like, waiting for the notification to pop up and then click on it and then see that the channel posted, right? Or I could just be like, hey, guys, I'm going to post a video every Tuesday or Friday, whatever day it is. I'm not saying I'm going to on Tuesday. But if you just know that I'm going to post a video on that day, or you know that I'm going to do a live stream, that's the other thing. We had a schedule, and you guys know I stuck to that fucking schedule. And that's because you guys knew that I was live on those days at those times. Those days and those times, Ethan was live. Now, other people were live too, and I always tried to, you know, schedule my streams so that I wasn't in, you know, doing something when someone else was doing something. Like, I was always trying to be conscious of, like, Godless Engineer and conscious of, oh, God, Apologia, you know, so did Shannon. I was always trying to be conscious of like the other big content creators. Not that I was big, but the ones that were bigger than me, so that I wasn't making you choose. Like, oh, you know, tonight you're gonna have to either watch Godless Engineer or ProLib. Like, which one are you gonna watch? So, you know, I don't want to do that too. I don't want to try to make you guys choose like who you're gonna listen to. But at the same time, if I'm gonna create the content, I just got to create the content. And the nice thing about YouTube is if you don't watch me live, you can watch me later, right? Like, you don't have to watch me live. The other thing is, I don't know if you guys know this or not, Twitter pays me to tweet. Now, I don't get Tim Pool Tenet money. I get about like $12 a month. Who baby? Let me tell you. I think last month it was like $20. I got like $20 for the whole month for the content that I create on Twitter. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I can buy according to Donald Trump, I can buy half a package of bacon. But because I'm like, I have premium given to me for whatever fucking reason. Thanks, Elon. But we can stream on Twitter. So whenever I'm live on YouTube, and yes, I dead name Twitter, 100 fucking % and always will. So when I stream on YouTube, I'll also be live on Twitter, right? So it's gonna be a YouTube Twitter political talk, and it will probably be called ProLib Show. I don't see any reason to call it anything different. It'll be the ProLib Show. I'm just not sure when it's going to be yet. I don't know. I guarantee you Wednesdays and Fridays are going to be the gaming stream, and they're going to be on Twitch. And it'll be gaming and politics. It'll be more gaming than politics, but it'll be gaming and politics. How much can a banana cost, Michael? $10? So, you know, and that's because I think the audience that I've cultivated, I have 19,000 followers on Twitter now, which blows my fucking mind. But I think that the stuff that I talk with you guys about is the same stuff that I would talk about on Twitter. So like the audiences kind of match up. So being live on both at the same time is great. I'm also, I want to do more interviews. I really enjoy doing interviews. So I'm gonna ask some people that like I interact with on Twitter a lot if they want to come on for interviews. So that's going to be a part of it too. You know, there's a lot that I still have to figure out, but that will be a part of the ProLib ecosystem. I don't know what to call it. But we are going to have like YouTube and Twitter. So you're going to be able to get me in both places live, and then it'll obviously be archived on Twitter. And we're going to do that once a week, you know, probably on Tuesdays. But don't hold that to me. Don't hold that to me. Don't hold me to that. But most likely that'll be Tuesday evenings. Okay. And then Wednesdays and Fridays we're gonna definitely be live on Twitch on some channel. Hopefully it'll be Ethan Plays Live. If not, we gotta make a new Twitch. Not excited about that, but we'll see what Twitch says with this request. And that'll be the schedule most likely. Don't hold me to the Tuesday thing yet because there's something I have to figure out. So it might be on a different day, but it'll probably be Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then like Saturdays optional. Saturdays will only ever be on Twitch. It'll just be gaming, you know, gaming and politics. But you know. Sounds corny to say it. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. ProLib Show, @ProLib Show. That's not going to change. I will always post on Twitter when I'm going live. 100% of the time. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. Make sure you got the whatever notification thing on Twitter so that you get them. I hate how Elon has broken this website. Yeah, Shadow, what I'm thinking about doing is, do me a favor, guys. Do me a favor right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you watch YouTube Shorts. I don't. I never watch YouTube Shorts, but put a 1 in the chat. Because what I'm thinking about is like cutting sections of the live stream and putting them as YouTube shorts and using that to create content for the channel and for, you know, TikTok. I guess I should be on TikTok. I have a TikTok for like work, which I've never posted. I've never posted one. 0.7. Yeah, Shadow, that's how I feel about shorts, like 0.75. Like sometimes I'll be scrolling on shorts and I'll see somebody review, like there's some lights I'm getting for the wall back here. It's going to look a lot prettier in here, probably. I know it kind of looks kind of drab right now. Yeah, I'm the same way, Vic. I love long form content. It will, Shadow. Like that's the reason I'm thinking about doing it. But I'm thinking about taking clips. Like earlier when I was yelling about Tim Pool, I'm probably going to take that and that's going to be a YouTube short on the channel, right? And I can pull stuff like that from Twitch or from when we do the longer form content. And Maya told me years ago that I should be doing this. And Maya, you were right. Everyone, there are few things in the universe that are constant. And one of them is that Maya is right. And I want you to remember that anytime that you have the grace of interacting with her. Maya, I should have been doing it years ago. I didn't. I am going to do it now. Plus, Streamlabs makes it really easy. Like, there's a thing that they have, like a thing that cuts it up for you. So I know, Vic. I know. Yeah, and you can clip me on Twitch. That's true. We did do some of that back in the day. We need to be doing more of it. So, and we will. We're gonna make this happen. So those are my ideas right now. It most likely we're gonna have a live stream on Tuesday, a live stream on Wednesday, and a live stream on Friday. Don't hold me to Tuesday yet, but it's probably gonna be Tuesday. The Tuesday will be YouTube. Maybe YouTube, like going to Twitch, like we might do an hour on YouTube, and then, hey, if you guys want to keep hanging out, we're going to go over on Twitch and play video games. That's what we used to do. That was the format of the show for however long we did the show. That's probably how we're going to do it. And then the other nights will just be specifically Twitch. And then we'll cut stuff out of that Tuesday show and either upload it as a video or upload it as shorts. So I don't know what the format of the show is. That's the other thing I got to figure out is it is boring for me to just sit here and be like, hey guys, here's a news article, right? Like that's boring. Nobody wants to watch that. I don't want to create that. But at the same time, we got to talk about stuff that's going on. So, you know, bringing videos in, like, and it's iffy because you got to be careful about what videos you watch and stuff, because I can't put like certain clips of things out on YouTube because then I get copyright strike. So, you know, it's hard. And interviews, like finding people to interview, because that is good for the channel and it's good for you guys too. You'll get to ask questions to somebody. I want to get the thing working again. Remember when I could put your comments up on the screen? I don't remember how I did. How did I do that? Because you would make a comment and then I put it up on the screen. Oh, you know what? That was when I was using the other software. That wasn't in Streamlabs. That was a whole other software. Okay. That's why I couldn't find that in Streamlabs, because it wasn't in Streamlabs, you moron. That was in that other streaming software that I was using with Kyle. That's why. Okay. Yeah, Key, I will. That's going to be a thing. We're going to make a stream archive channel of some kind. Hey, Beowulf, how's it going? How's it going? One thing that I promise you, we're not doing any more drama. Yes, we are. We are not doing, guys, look at me. Look at me. Look at me right now. Look at me. We're not doing any drama. Yes, we are. God damn it. But we're not talking about lobster feet. I can tell you that. We're not talking about lobster feet. Yeah, Spooky, you can do that. You can do it in... It's in Streamlabs. There's a whole... Streamlabs has a bunch of stuff that they didn't used to have. A bunch of really cool stuff. I was, like, really impressed.
I speak for the machines.
Yeah. What are we doing? By the Titans.
This is unacceptable. If us Jacks won't aid the
No one has complimented my awesome bird yet. Like, look how awesome this bird is. It had a bunch of, like, armor and stuff on it that I took off because she's a hunter. Like, she's not going to have a bird with armor. She's going to have a bird, right? Like, she doesn't need armor. You're a bird. You don't need armor. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy gaming, so we're gonna game, but the politics is gonna be the focus. Now, listen, guys, I need to get some more water, so we are gonna take a quick, like, 2-3 minute break. I'm gonna put the beer back screen up, and I will be right back. All right, I've decided you're all in trouble. Hold on. You're all in trouble. Why did you let me go on the internet with my hair like this? Who thought that this was a good idea? I demand answers. I mean, seriously, look at this. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Honestly, what this is after shower hair, because my my shampoo has conditioner in it, and my hair is fine. I've extremely fine hair, and so it just falls down. It doesn't do anything. I've got to get, like, product in it. Oh, didn't I get a thing? I did get a thing. Ooh, we get a new talent. All right, what do we got? Each time Sentinel deals damage to an enemy, you get an absorb shield. Okay. Oh, is this a power? Like, is this an ability that, like, I should be using? Oh, no, it's passive. Your attacks have a chance to apply Sentinel on the target. Okay. Each time Sentinel deals damage to an enemy, it has up to a 15% chance to generate 5 focus. Yeah, let's take that. More focus is, that's beneficial. Batsy is not. Batsy would not. She would have been like, what are you doing? What are you, you're gonna do it with your hair like that? And I'm like, no. So, oh, I can hear it now. Spooky bed hair, yeah. Oh, will I get the bottom tower? This is so I just got the expansion like yesterday. I have not played through yet. Lunar Storm. Every 15 seconds, your next wildfire bomb summons a celestial owl. Cool. Random enemy affected by Sentinel within your Lunar Storm gets struck. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm down with that. I love throwing bombs at things. I mean, that's the whole reason that I play Survival Hunter, is because I just like blowing shit up. At the beginning of the expansion the other night, the guy was like, what are we going to do about all these Nerubians? And I'm like, I have bombs. I mean, I literally brought bombs, guys. Like, it's not a problem. We're good. We're good. Just put where do I throw the bombs? You want the bombs over there? Cool. We got this. It's fine.
Timely intervention.
Oh, you're good, Insidious. We're going to see you lots more. You guys, go do what you need to go do.
Painful.
Go do what you need to go do. It's good seeing you. We're gonna have fun Friday. Promise. Excuse me. Throat's a little hoarse, I'll be honest. Call my throat Mr. Ed because it's a little hoarse. The Mr. Ed's a big horse. That doesn't really work.
Proceed.
Oh, am I not? Oh, I don't need to click on you. Okay. Do I need to click on you?
Another interruption.
Oh. Okay, I guess I already helped them, maybe. I wasn't really paying attention. At all.
Painful.
Anyway.
Not a memory I'm going to keep.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Tuesdays. I gotta check on one thing. Well, I'll know by Friday. I'll have the whole schedule all worked out by Friday. So we'll talk then about what we're going to do next. Oh, you know what? Does this... Hold on. Somebody say something. Because I think... I've just been looking at the YouTube chat, but I think I have YouTube and Twitter chat together. Is that what this is? I just noticed there's a button over here that says, oh... Okay, so I can see chat from both YouTube and Twitter at the same time. Interesting. I have not played with this, obvious. It's the only reason I wanted to do this tonight is because there's a whole bunch of stuff that's changed in Streamlabs that I don't know anything about. Okay. Okay, so this is the chat from both YouTube and Twitter. So, cool. Awesome. 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 Fantastic. Okay. Cool. So I need to be on this tab, not on the other tab. See, I was only looking at YouTube chat, but I actually have YouTube and Twitter chat together on one tab. And then testing. Okay, see if I type, okay. Interesting. It's got a drop-down box at the bottom. I wish I could show you guys this. It's got a drop-down box for, like, the different places, but the only one I can select is YouTube. So I don't think I can select the Twitter. I don't know, Maya. That's a great question. I do not know the answer to that question.
These outlanders crash.
This is brand new to me. This is the first time I've ever streamed on Twitter. Well, no, I think back in the day, I may have done it a couple of times, but we never did it like seriously.
Outlanders, you may wander where you will. But when you are done, return.
I think the big thing that this is for combining my YouTube and Twitch chats, so that like if I'm multi-streaming to both, I can see both and I can respond on either YouTube or Twitch. Oh, I got an email. Oh, no. Okay. I was hoping I got the email from Twitch about my account, but that's not what I got an email about. So that's what I think this tab is for. But see, what I thought was going to happen, like I've got a link here. I'm going to put this in the chat. This is the link to the Twitter broadcast. I never have either, Maya. I've like hung out in a few spaces a couple of times, but I've never like watched a Twitter stream in my whole life. I've never watched one. I'm not against it. I've never done it. But that's the link it gives me. When I click on it, it gives me like a little window. And if I hit play, I'm guessing that we'd be live, but I'm not going to do it because it would mess with the sound and like for audio reasons, I'm not going to click on it. But you guys can click on it and go see, somebody click on it, see if you can chat in it, and let's see if the chat comes through. I can only apparently chat to you through YouTube, but I am curious if you can chat to me. Okay, so I see that, Maya. I see that chat on Twitter, but I apparently cannot respond to you through chat. So that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, Vic, I don't blame you. The reason that I'm still active on Twitter is that I've a ton of fucking followers, and I'm getting to interact with so many people on Twitter, and I'm able to put out some stuff that kind of goes viral. I don't know, it sounds weird, but I do. I'll get like thousands of likes on things that I think's important. Like I put out a thing about when Trump was lying about being affiliated with Project 2025, and I put out a my wrist pad is coming apart. Look at that. That is not supposed to do that. That is supposed to be one solid piece. Oh, well, I guess I got to buy a new wrist pad. But when he was lying, the Heritage Project on their website says that their policy is whatever. Trump took them up like 2/3 of the time or whatever it was. And I put that on Twitter. I got thousands and thousands of likes. So that's why I'm still on Twitter. I'm able to reach a lot of people with stuff that pushes back against these fucking fascists. Yeah, a lot of people that I did too. I don't really, Twitter's not really, it used to just be this fun place where we could kind of all interact with each other, and he has just killed that. He's just totally killed it. Key, I was thinking about that the other day. There's a lot of information out there about the people who backed. I think you're right, Maya. The people who backed. Why is this so loose? What the hell? Oh, I gotta fix my microphone. Sorry if this is loud. Oh, Porpoise. Oh, Porpoise. You and your comedy. A lot of the people that invested in Twitter and helped Elon buy it are not getting a return on their investment. And they don't currently care about that because the reason they helped him buy Twitter was to help things like what we found out today with that indictment of Tenet. They weren't doing it because they were actually trying to make any money, so they don't really care that they're not getting their money back yet. But at some point, they are going to begin to care. And when they begin to care, and they actually want some return on their investment, which my guess is going to be after the election. Twitter's going to go bye-bye in like a day. Like one day it's going to be offline. And it'll just be a poop emoji.
To the archive.
That's what's going to happen. Porpoise, I feel the exact same way. Feel the exact same way.
Please proceed.
You know, thankfully, I work for myself. I'm not employed by anyone, so I don't have a job to lose. So I get to be, you know, more open with things than a lot of people do. You know, somebody doesn't want to be my client. They don't want to be my client. Somebody does. They do. Like, you know, it's just what it is. So it's not really something that I have to worry about too much, but, there's a lot of people who do, and they gotta be careful about what they say online. I mean, I don't say anything horrible. I don't say anything. You know, a lot of the right wingers are worried about getting in trouble with their political speech because their political speech is just hate speech. They just say awful things about gay people or women or whatever it is, or trans people, and they're like, "Oh, well, you're hurting my free speech." It's like, bitch, it's not your free speech. You're a bigoted asshole. Just listen. Just don't be an asshole. You can be political with, like, I'm very political. I make no bones about the fact that I'm a registered Democrat. I'm a progressive liberal. I live in a very Democrat, you know, part of North Carolina. Asheville is extremely left-leaning. We've got a phenomenal LGBTQ population here. We've got our if you guys did, I did a whole thread on Asheville when Trump came here, and we have per capita like 83% more LGBTQ people than you know, per capita than most American cities, you know, comparison in size. And I'm proud of that. I'm happy about that. I like living in a place that is inclusive and accepting. Like, I love that about where I live. It's wonderful. Vic, the problem with threads is that they... Oh, what am I supposed to be doing? Hold on. I'm supposed to reassure them? Oh, okay. Oh. Insufficient motivation. Jeez. These guys are robots.
You are acknowledged.
Have no fear. I, storied hero and famous blah blah blah, will blah blah blah. So that's the problem with threads. They deboost political posting. Which, when, you know, that's what I use social media for, is to be an ally to LGBTQ folks, to promote progressive ideas and progressive thinking. I do believe that billionaires need to be taxed more. I had somebody the other day, somebody who's in insurance with me, who makes about what I make, and guys, I'm a middle class earner. I'm not rich by any means, and was like, you know, why would you like Kamala Harris's economic policies? Like, you know, it's socialism. I'm like, dude, all of our clients are middle class people and small business owners. That's our clients. If small business owners and the individuals that I help make more money, they can buy more insurance, which makes my commissions bigger. Not only is it the right thing to do, it literally helps me economically. Why wouldn't I support it? I was just floored with this guy. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What is wrong with your brain? Yes, I want the middle class to do better. Yes, I want teachers to do better. I help teachers. One of the things that I help people set up is a 403B, which is a 401k that's specifically designed for educators. That's literally something that I do. And something that this guy does. And I'm like, what is wrong in your brain? Why would you be against, why would you want to get rid of the Department of Education when you literally help teachers get 403Bs? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Yes, I want teachers to do better. Yes, I want a strong education system. Yes, I want a strong middle class. Those are my customers. Anyway, sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I will refrain. Franklin, stop. Franklin wants pets. He thinks that I'm mad, and he's over here trying to comfort me. I am mad, buddy, but not at you. You're a very good boy.
I have many
And I love you a lot.
wares.
Not an upgrade. Not an upgrade. Crafting stuff. Okay.
Many farewells.
Maya is one of my favorite. Yeah, and that's the other thing. It helps me stay, stay up with news, right? It helps me stay, know what's going on. I like knowing what's going on. I like being informed and connected.
Considering
So.
theory, if we depose this Candle King,
It is, Vic. Education is vital. And like, if we don't have a good education system, we don't have educated people in our society will just break down. But the reason, we talked about this earlier. If you want to know why everything's crazy, it's because Tenet was passing out $10 million in Russian money to right-wing influencers all over the internet. And that's why everything's crazy. Oh, wow. An elite. Let's go blow it up. Also, if you're new here, we won't normally be playing video games on YouTube. We will be playing video games, but it'll be on Twitch. And we're gonna talk more about that on Friday. By Friday we're gonna have lots of stuff put together. I also got to figure out a format for the show. I got to do that. Anyway. Maya, Porpoise knows more about computers than like the rest of us combined have ever known. Yeah, Porpoise, one of the reasons that I came back, or I decided to come back, like I've been thinking about this for the past like 2 months. Like this is not like a, spur of the moment kind of decision. With some of the shit I saw posted on Labor Day, like anti-socialism stuff on Labor Day, and I'm like, motherfucker, you're posting anti-socialist stuff on Labor Day when you're home from work because of socialistic policies brought to you by unions. That's why you're not at work today, is because of the beauty of liberalism. And you're out here posting on Twitter about how evil socialism is. But again, you want to know why it's happening? Look at the indictment today, $10 million of Russian money from Tenet to right-wing influencers. That's why everyone is crazy. It is not any more complicated than that. Yeah, Vic. Basically, we talked about this earlier, but basically the way that it all started was when Mikey and I did the original Pro-Lib show. We would do our show on YouTube, and then we would go play video games afterwards on Mixer and have the after show. That's what it was called. It was the after show on Mixer. And that was kind of it was just kind of how it came together. It wasn't like we sat down and like planned everything out. It was just, hey, after we're done, with the show, why don't we go play Paladins on Mixer together?
I'm out of range.
And we were like, yeah, that sounds fun. Like, it wasn't, there was no Tenet with $2 million of Russian money, planning everything out for us. And so that's always been like how the channel has been. So it's what I'm used to. Like, I'm used to playing video games and talking about politics at the same time. I like it. And I think that the two coalesce well. I know that, you know, when you, a lot of times when you think of gamer, you think of like, you know, right-wing, you know, white guy that is mad that there's a black Little Mermaid now or whatever they're angry about this week. But there's lots of leftist gamers. So, like, it's not a... And I think that was part of it, too, for me. And this is just a realization that I'm kind of having in this moment. But the same way that I wanted to name myself progressive liberal because I saw, you know, progressive and liberal being used as, like, insults, and I wanted to kind of, you know, make that, overwrite that or whatever. I think I felt the same way about gaming now that I really think about it. Like, yeah, there's lots of left-leaning gamers who aren't awful people. And those are the people that I wanted to connect with and, you know, hang out with and cultivate a community of. So I think actually that was part of it too. I've never really thought about that before, but I do think that was a piece of it somewhere in the recesses of my cranium somewhere. Hi, LOL. Listen, I've been streaming for a couple hours. All right. The tongue and the lips, they stop working as well when you've been doing this for a couple hours. Hi, L Webby. How are you? It does make them mad. And that was the other reason that I wanted to do it. I remember Batsy, when I first told her I was going to do the channel, and we'll get more into this on Friday, but you're getting a little preview. She was 100% against it. She thought it was a terrible idea. We talked about this on stream, like, multiple times. But she thought it was a terrible idea. And one of the reasons I didn't use my real name, I've talked about this too. She's talked about this too. Was because she was... Well, when I started the channel, she was at... she was at Fort Sill. She was training to enter the Army. And so I was like, well, I'll just make up a fake persona and a fake name and everything. And because I'm just going to... I was bored. I was at home alone. And she was off at basic training. And I didn't have anybody to talk to or anything to do. And I was watching... oh, God. What was Kyle's and Steve's show? The Non Sequitur. I was watching a lot of Non Sequitur and a lot of Godless Engineer. And I was like, you know, I want to do some YouTube. Like, why don't I do YouTube? And... Thank you, Maya. Why don't I do some YouTube, like, just to, like I would like to interact with these people. And Steve would do his live shows on the GDC. And so I went and hung out there, and I reached out to him on Twitter, so I don't remember how I ended up on the panel, but somehow I did. And, I just thought it was going to be for a month or two because she was finishing basic training. And when you're in the Army, you can't be like super political on the internet. Like that's a thing. And so I wasn't going to use my real name, and I was just going to, you know, it was just something to do really. And then she got hurt in basic training, and they were like, well, you have a bone condition and you can't be in the Army. And she was like, oh, well, I'm coming home. And I was like, okay. And I drove out to Oklahoma from South Carolina, and I remember we just rented a hotel room. I don't think did I spend the night? No. because I'd gotten a hotel. We got a hotel room on base just to hang out. I had my own hotel room. And I started driving back that night. I drove to like Louisiana or something that night. Not Louisiana. I don't remember exactly where it was, but it was not. I drove out of Oklahoma that night. Maybe Texas. And I said, you know, now that you're not going to be in the Army, I think I'm going to do the YouTube channel, you know, do it up. Like, I'm going to really do it. Because at that point, I think it was just like hanging out. Like, it wasn't anything serious at all. This was the reason I made the first abortion video. That first video that kind of, I think it got like 5,000 views or something. But for somebody with no channel, that was quite substantial. And I said, I'm gonna do this, and she was like, don't. She's like, don't do it. You don't want to do that. I was like, what are you talking about? I don't want to do it. She's like, you don't want to deal with those. You don't want to deal with everything that's going to entail, because you're going to deal with freaking Nazis, and you're going to deal with like right-wing assholes. And I was like, I know, but I think I can. I think I can handle it. She's like, you're gonna hate it or whatever. I forget how she said it. I was like, you know, I might, but at the same time, like, I think I'm going to do this. And, hey, it had its challenges for sure, but you know, I think overall it was a great time. But she was against it. And she did not like the name Ethan. She's like, pick a different name than Ethan. I was like, no, Ethan, that was like the first character I ever had, like in the, you know, when I was like 15 or 16 in high school, the first like D&D, or not D&D, but tabletop RPG character I ever had. And she's like, I hate the name Ethan. Don't choose the name Ethan. And I was like, I'm going to choose the name Ethan. And then I chose Ethan. And then I stuck with the name Ethan even after then, because more her than me, but both of us were concerned about, like, you know, backlash from crazy people. You know, like finding out where we live and swatting us, you know, that kind of shit. And where we lived in South Carolina was not, you know, it wasn't, I didn't really like where we lived. She didn't like where we lived. Neither of us did. And so I just decided, okay, well, I'll just stick with the Ethan thing. Like, I won't worry about using my real name. I'll just say my name's Ethan. And she wanted me to say that I was from the West Coast. And I was like, okay, I'll say that we live on the West Coast. I won't say that we live in South Carolina. That's fine. And then, you know, it all went from there. And so that's why I didn't use my real name or anything. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine.
That was certainly an exhaustive list.
Porpoise. I do have a shaman. I should try shaman in this expansion. I've heard it's fun. I have so far this is the only character I played in the expansion. So I mean, I just got it like 2 days ago. So
They could spell disaster for gun.
I am not going to be upgrading this gear very soon. I got like some really good gear on a couple of my characters. Oh, wrong one. So I'm not going to be upgrading this gear anytime soon. I can tell you that much. Ooh, study my, increase my herbalism. Okay. Okay, I got some stuff to sell on the auction house at least. Oh, why didn't this sell? Rough, deep amethyst shard. All right, whatever.
Like you.
Yeah, Porpoise, I think... I do think that was part of it. I remember having several conversations with Batsy about lobster claws. Can we call him impotent lobster claws? Will that work? Because he's not scary enough to be lobster. Like, lobster claws are scarier than him. I mean, have you seen his feet? Like, dude needs a doctor. But there was that concern because he cultivated crazy people. He cultivated fucking crazy people. Crazy people. And, you know, the truth of the matter is there's crazy people everywhere. And I'm not losing my country just because there's some fucking crazy people around. You know, my country is important to me. My actual real country, not the one sponsored by Tenet for $10 million a year. I wonder how much, what's Ben Shapiro's, toilet paper something? What's it called? Moldy lobster roll. Anyway, I wonder how much Russian money is swimming around in that shit. What's it called? It's not called toilet paper. Now I just want to call it toilet paper. Something. Time Punk? No. I did say impotent lobster claws. Yes, I did. That's a thing that I said. Why? Go back in the other room. We don't need you here. No one's talking to you. I'm sorry, Maya. I'm sorry. Maya's gonna literally come over here and slap me. She's like, motherfucker, you're gonna wish you got swatted, and just come in here and just bash me right in the back of the head. It's gonna happen. Turning points. Thank you, Shadow. I wanted to call it toilet paper. I just, you know, at least toilet paper is useful, I guess. At least toilet paper is useful. All right. How do I get out of here? Oh, this is a cave without a map. I hate these. I wasn't really watching where I was going when I was killing things. I was just kind of killing them. I think we go back over here. Honestly, I'm kind of lost. Yeah, I think we go over here. All right, cool. It is only an 8-hour drive. It is only an 8-hour drive. And Asheville's not a big city. You know. Believe J.D. Vance's denial about his intimate relationship with a couch as much as I believe Ben Shapiro. He told me he could make his wife wet. That is not true. Porpoise. Ben Shapiro has made his wife wet 3 times. All of them were during water balloon fights. And was only because he couldn't really get the balloon on the faucet right. And there's, you know, kind of connection errors and stuff. But he has made his wife wet. Also, he ran a bath for her one time. So that's 4. Okay. So, you know, this is fake news.
Must be preserved.
This is fake news. Thank you. I think I have to go back to where I just was, because there's another quest over there that I didn't do. So I'm gonna go back. Oh yeah, Fallout 76 added some new things. Also, No Man's Sky, the Infinite Space game, added fishing today. I was like, oh, okay. And there's like fishing, logs where like you've got to catch a bunch of different fish, you know, like on different planets and different biomes and stuff. I was like, huh. I haven't played. Oh shit! Ow. I haven't played No Man's Sky in quite a while, but I might actually be interested in that. So just to let you know, we might do some fishing in No Man's Sky. And we'll do base building and stuff too. I mean, you know, No Man's Sky, it's a massive, massive game. Also, I've been playing a lot of Star Wars lately. The new Star Wars game I really like. Well, it's complicated. The new Star Wars game it's complicated. I like it, but I also at sometimes find it completely exhausting and boring. And I also love it. It's extremely, it's this extreme dichotomy of how I feel about it. It's like how I feel about kale chips. You know? Like, when I'm in the mood for kale chips, gotta love me some kale chips. Kale chips are just, they're so good. And the other times where I'm like, am I eating cardboard? Am I eating lightly salted old cardboard? I think I'm eating lightly salted old cardboard. But I had these yesterday and they were really, really good. But now I'm just eating kale chips. And that's how I feel about Star Wars. Yeah, Star Trek Online. The new expansion thingy, whatever, apparently is really good. Okay, hold on, I gotta read these. All Sentinel debuffs implode when a target affected by more than... All Sentinel debuffs implode when a target falls below... So this is kind of like an execute. And this is more for like boss fights in raids and dungeons, and this is more for like execute while questing. So we're gonna do that one. But I will probably switch to the other one for raid times. Okay, so I gotta go open this gate. Awesome possum. Awesome possum. I can't believe you guys showed up for an unannounced 2-hour-long stream. I love you guys. This is why I love you guys. Oh, hello, 80s. Well, I'm not ready for that. We're not fighting a bunch of level 80s. I'll get smushed into little pieces of Hunter. Not Hunter Biden. It's a completely different thing. Don't bring that up right now. See, this says that it's a campaign thing. Use time type. Get that, get it. Once we decide, we'll move on to the next step. But it doesn't say that it's a dungeon quest. It just says that it's a quest. Hold on. Maybe there's something that I'm... Okay. I wasn't supposed to go in the dungeon. I was just supposed to click on the gate. Okay. Okay. I was very confused. Okay, that's true. You do have coffee. That's true. Maya does bring coffee. That is a fair point. I did not factor that into my calculations. Whoa, did this guy just like immediately respawn? What was that? That was weird. Yeah, Vic. What happened is this is a dungeon, and I actually went into the dungeon instead of just clicking on the gate because I was confused because I don't read things. I just quest, and I'm paying attention, and then I'm like, wait, what's going on? That's going to happen. It doesn't matter what video game I'm playing, by the way. That just happens. So, you know, get used to that shit.
It seems I underestimated the problem.
Oh, I keep clicking on transmogrify instead of selling things.
That's better than other Earthen.
I was just about to ask Porpoise the same thing, Maya. I'm very curious. Hop on a flying mount. I'm supposed to send them pamphlets. Okay. Bunch of cinder bees. What class were you playing, Vic?
Find a good place to set up. Flare out.
I'm glad you get to teach math because I know that's your. I know that you enjoy that. Oh wow, I'm just throwing them out everywhere, aren't I? They're like coming out of my butt. Butt pamphlets.
Another jobs too. Candle making, wax harvest, scrap salvage. Money. Used to be happy place. Now bullies and fear everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I enjoy Druid. What spec are you? I think my Druid is balance. I was doing balance a lot. I may have gone back to feral. I did feral for a little bit, but I think I went back to balance before the end of Dragonflight.
So Warrens can be free.
Oh, here's another thing I need to ask you guys. Have you experienced any dropped frames at all for the entire stream? People that have been here the whole time. Like, are we good as far as the settings go? I didn't put it on ultra low latency, but we're going to be on ultra low latency so that there's not the big delay. You guys know I hate the delay. That was my favorite thing about Mixer, was that there was basically no delay. It was like instant. Vic, actually, my first max level character was my druid as Resto during Wrath of the Lich King. So I know Resto well. So everything's been smooth? Okay. So we're gonna stick with these settings. I forgot to look what they are. I think we're at 720p at 60 frames. And this will just be on Twitch. On YouTube, we'll be in HD. So this is only for the gaming streams. I think we're going to stay, but we're going to go to ultra low latency because you guys, I hate the lag. Like, I just want to hear from you guys right away. I want you to hear from me right away. It just annoys me. Like, I know why it has to happen technically. Blah 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 blah. It's porpoise, don't at me. But you can at me. It's fine. It just gets on my nerves. It was the best thing about Mixer was Microsoft used like magic, and it was like instant. It was like being in a chat room with you guys. It was awesome. And Twitch is fast, and even ultra low latency with YouTube is fast, but Mixer was still faster. It was like instant. It was crazy how fast Mixer was. It was just, it would blow my mind. I still don't understand how they accomplished it. Like, the speed of light is only so fast, and it felt like Mixer was beating it. Yeah, the bitrate should be good. I have a gig, a 1 gig symmetrical connection, so like we won't get any slowdown from that. I'm more worried about like processor and everything. I mean, I got kind of a crazy processor, but I don't have a great graphics card, which I will next weekend. I'm getting a new graphics card next week, so I'll have probably a 4060, maybe a 4080. I haven't decided, or yeah, 4080, yeah. Or I may actually do a 4060 Ti. But yeah, I am getting a new graphics card because this one's a 2060, and I don't want to get too technical with you, but the 4060 has, so all NVIDIA graphics cards have a chip on it called the NVENC chip that does the streaming for you. So like when we're streaming, there's a separate chip on the graphics card that's doing a lot of thinking, taking a lot of load off of the GPU and the CPU. Or not the GPU, the CPU and the network thingy. I'm tired. And the NVENC chip takes a lot of that. Anyway, the new 4060 has a much better upgraded chip than the 2060 does. So it's just, we'll probably be able to stream at 1080p 60 with no issues, especially because I have a really nice CPU. So, oh, you're good, Vic. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna end this soon anyway. So, because unfortunately I'm gonna go to bed. But we'll be back. We'll be back on Friday. We're gonna do the whole thing. And my one request is promote it as much as you can. I would like a lot of people there if we can get it. I think we'll probably have a bigger crowd than we got tonight just because people have 2 days to be prepared. But I would like, I'm hoping to get like 30 people. That would be really cool. And we have people like dipping in and out from Twitter that are just like, what's going on? Which is cool. It's fine. It's just, that's why on Twitter I put up that it's just a chill stream. We're just hanging out. There's not really, we did topics or like we did a whole thing when the show started, go back to the beginning. If you want to see the thing, the reason that I am here tonight and you want to see me put a dress shirt on my head and pretend it's a beanie and do Tim Pool voices. Well, that was earlier. We did that already. That already happened. Shadow, it is... So I don't want to get too technical. The reason that NVENC is better is because... Well, there's a lot of different... Especially the new gen. There's the closer transistors to one another, like the 5 nanometer process, makes it use like less power, and so like it literally uses less energy because the electrons don't have to travel as far. I mean, the new ones are much better than what I've got in the 2060. But the other reason that it's so great is that the encoding process itself, Amazon's servers, AWS servers, are like connect or communicate with the NVENC encoding better, because like the AWS team was like involved in its development and stuff, and so that's another reason why you want NVENC, is because when you're streaming on Twitch, because it communicates with the AWS servers. There's a whole white paper thing on it. Oh, Maya. Oh, Maya. You're going to get me in trouble, and I'm fine with it. Is there a... in over... Oh, I got a thing. Look at that. We got a little collectible doohickey. What is this? What is this? Oh, it's just an achievement. Okay. I'm looking for an inn that I can save myself at so I can Hearthstone back, because I need to go hit the auction house. Is there an inn here? Let's see. It does not look like it. When I can travel back down here, it's not a huge deal. It would just be convenient if there was a... But it doesn't look like it, so I'm going to have to travel all the way back here. Is there any, Oops. Any flight paths? Like, getting back here is going to be kind of a... Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Begin speaking.
Okay, cool. So I can get right back here from Donegal. Okay, awesome. Let's Hearthstone back. I gotta hit the auction house before we go to bed. Well, Maya, it's 11:26 p.m. I have to be up at the crack of 10. No, it's not true. Listen, this giant smelly monster that's sleeping. Oh, he's not sleeping. Where'd you go? Anyway, if I'm not up at 8:30, he's gonna wake me up at 8:30 to take him on a walk so that he can poop. All right, I don't want to be sleepy at 8:30 in the morning when I've got a giant smelly monster whining and complaining at me because he's got to go poop. All right, so I know. Yeah, Vic, it's not a huge deal. It's just, you know, I'm lazy. when I sit down to play WoW, like, I just want to play WoW. I don't want to spend like 5 minutes like flying. That's all. That's fine. I'm just lazy. Another thing, if you are here for WoW advice, which you aren't, but pretend that you are, I always, very early on, do a lot of herbalism and a lot of mining, because this shit sells, because people need to buy it to, oh, not you. Buy it to level up their crafting. All right, that's soulbound. Okay. Yep. That's a thing. A thing you should definitely be doing. All right, guys. Oh man, thanks for hanging out with me. Friday night we're gonna do the thing. I'll have a confirmed schedule for you moving forward, and hopefully a show format. I know. You know, I think I think going through a divorce, it affected me a lot more than I wanted it to. And I needed some time, man. I didn't mean to take this much time, but I needed some time. I did need some time, but it is what it is. And we'll be back Friday. So, and, you know, in case you were wondering, we'll be back with the, oh, look at that. Vic, you were still in the credits. I haven't looked at those credits in years. Somehow you were still in the credits. That's kind of funny. That was not planned. That was absolutely not planned. I had no idea that was going to come up when I hit the button. Yeah, anyway. We're back Friday and we'll talk about stuff. I don't think we're going to do a Patreon this time either. I don't know. Do you guys want a Patreon? Do you want me to do a Patreon? I never did anything with it. I don't know, think about it. If you want to do a Patreon, we can do a Patreon. I'll think. You guys let me know. We can do a Patreon. We can do Ko-Fi, whatever. I mean, I'll do it whether or not I get money support. You know, I'll still do it. Never did it for the money. But we'll talk more on Friday. Promote the stream for me if you can, because I'm sure I'm buried in the algorithm because YouTube doesn't trust me anymore. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. I will see